The days in the college were very good. Unfortunately, there was no girl student in our days. You know what happens in engineering college? Usually don't discuss. We do it only on the last day. Bhagalpur College of Engineering had very good players of cricket, badminton. Today it is said that whatever we have achieved into robot and AI is not even 1 millionth part of the human brain. Difficult question to answer. What do you want to be remembered as? Good morning. Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Good morning to all of you. This is Harsh Kumar, first year student from BCE Bhagalpur. Before I start anything, I would like to introduce you to the extraordinary and a frequent part of our club, none other than Campus TV and Radio, with the motto of Discover, Dominate, and Develop. Founded by Mr. Kumar Gaurav sir from 2K19 batch, a platform where students find themselves, where we get a lot of opportunities to explore ourselves. Sir, I would like to introduce from rest of all members. I am with my batchmate Rohan, Sakshi, Aditya, Saurabh, Astha, Samiksha, and many more. Sir, questions would be from first year sides, and audience would be from our second year, third year, and final year seniors. As all of you know, there is a certain reason in everyone's life when we are very blessed. Today is that day. The guest we are hosting today is has no need introduction. For the sake of formality, let me introduce today's guest, a successful alumni of our college who had worked in number of projects, including MMRCA, the distinguished graduate of our college, who has become a guiding light for fresher like us. So please welcome with warm greetings none other than Mr. Shekhar Srivastava, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Let's begin the session, sir. First of all, let us know something about, sir, your life. Like how were your college days and how is it going on in briefly, sir?
Okay. So good morning to you all. Um, as introduced by Mr. Harsh, my name is Shekhar Srivastava. I'm a 77 batch mechanical student of B.C.E Bhagalpur. My batch was 1977 to 1981. I joined B.C.E Bhagalpur after completing my intermediate in science from Marwadi College of Bhagalpur. I was all along, I have my education in Bhagalpur. I studied in CMS High School, which is one of the prominent schools of Bhagalpur. Went to Marwadi College, did my intermediate, and immediately after that, I joined BC Bhagalpur. I stay in Bangalore in the Whitefield area. And after my superannuation from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which I joined immediately after my completion of graduation and did my postgraduate, I retired from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which is very famous nowadays, HAL, and continued in the service till I retired. So today, I would say that I'm leading a happily retired life. So this is a short introduction of my life journey, and it is going well. As you know, health is good, except those things which are usually come along with your age. Nothing much is there. The days in the college were very good, and those were days when you were actually looking at engineering profession as a really career making profession. So the first thing which I would like to tell you that when you join the college, many of you would get to know that you are already into an engineering stream, and probably when you pass out, you will become an engineer. which may not be true. The first thing which we were told during our introductory days that the college will help you in becoming an engineer in your life, but it will not make you engineer. I'll give you one very small incident which happened with me. In the first year, the terms were going on. I landed into college, studied the whole night. You know what happens in engineering college? Usually don't study, all of you, all of us. We do it only on the last day of the examination. Sometimes we stay overnight and study. So I studied whole night physics. And when I landed in college, to my surprise, I found that the paper is for chemistry. You can imagine my situation that I'm appearing for chemistry, studying whole night on physics. So this is what is the height of complacency, because never bothered to check what was there into the routine examination schedule. And you go there and appear. But fortunately, because you are one of those selected few who have passed through many hurdles in life and you have gone through the education in a very good way. So I pulled through that, never had a mark which you call now. I don't know whether you still have that carryover thing or not, but we used to have the carryover. But fortunately, I never had the chance. So this is basic my journey, my experience into the organization. Now I'm ready to listen from you people. What do you want? Okay.
Indeed, sir, your life journey which you shared now is really inspiring and thought-provoking. And the one thing which I'm going to remember for rest of my life is that it is only your performance which speaks and nothing else. So the first question which I'm going to ask you is really nostalgic for you because I'm going to the childhood era of yours. So I'm very curious to know that what was your childhood wish? Like we used to change our wish regularly. Someday we want to be an astronaut, other day a pilot. So what was your childhood wish?
So I don't remember as such, but one thing which I remember very clearly, that I always wanted to do something which I was told it is not possible. So like when I was there in my 8th class or so, because I was staying at that one time in Bhagalpur, somebody came, some astrologer came and all that, and he saw my father just called him there and he saw it, my hand and everything. He studied my what do you call that kundali and all that. He said, this fellow will not do anything. He will probably become a sort of master and he will not do anything. He will not go much beyond that. So I thought it's a challenge to me because that person came and he went. He never knew that I'm going to take it as a challenge. So it was always the challenge that let me prove him wrong. And I was in CMS school. We had a very, that our system in our days, the system was very strange. We have a board examination on after 7th class. Okay, 7th standard, you have to go through a board examination conducted by Bihar Secondary School Examination. Then you are promoted to it and you have a choice to take mathematics, biology, or arts, right? The people with good marks will always choose mathematics. The second choice goes to biology. And the people who were not getting the selection into maths or biology will go into arts. But in fact, those people are now the people who are ruling us. They have become IAS and IPS and all that because they were not able to get through the maths and biology. They never became engineer and doctor. They went into arts and then humanities and they became the bureaucrats. So it was a chance that I got good marks and I was not having a very good liking for dissection. Biology, you have to take a frog and do dissection and all that. No, I didn't like that. So biology was out, marks was good. I came into math. And since mathematics, we had a very good, I had a very good liking for it. It naturally led me to the engineering side. that is how the journey came into engineering college.
It's really good to hear that you also are interested in mathematics like me, because I am also into mathematics very much. I also pursued engineering because of mathematics only. So it was very good listening to you. Thank you.
I didn't like differential calculus.
Yeah, sir, calculus is my thing, but in mathematics, probability and permutation combination is just very, I find it difficult. So,
Yes, the differential equation and also the integration parts.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Let's recollect few of your memories. Do you want to mention any of your favorite place in the campus or in Bhagalpur, which holds lots of your college life memories? Like, if you will ever get a chance in future to visit there again, you will definitely go there to refresh your memories.
I was a day scholar. I didn't stay into the hostel. And Sabor is something around 10 kilometers away from Bhagalpur. So I never got a chance to sit on the top of the bus and go to Bhagalpur sitting on the bus, because we had very strict control those days. You have to go back. It is like your office. You have to go back and report at 6 o'clock before dark. You are supposed to be there in your home. So we never had a chance to enjoy much. But in the college, I still remember two places which are very, very much I would like to visit. One was the workshop, which is very close to the hostel now. I think there are a few hostels which have come. But it was behind the college. I think there is some Sidco or something has come or something is there. I haven't visited college after my passing out from there. I still wish to do that. Last year at the alumni meeting, I wanted to come, but some other engagement came up. And the other one was library. I mean, when you enter the library, you get enchanted by the huge collection of books, and you want to read everything. You want to read everything. I still wish to go there and go through the books and collections and see how it is being maintained.
So you must be very nostalgic remembering about all your college memories. So, but I guess college is not only about academics, but also taking part in different sports activities and extracurricular activities. Sir, what extracurricular activities did you participate in and why? And how did your involvement in these activities help you in your post-college paths?
Oh, that's a great question. I was always involved into the indoor games. I had played some outdoor games into my younger, I would say that childhood. I didn't like that because there is so much of pushing and shoving, and then you get hurt and all that. So I started thinking that I should play those things where I don't get hurt. I don't have to do, but you have to excel in your skill. So I played badminton. I was heading the badminton team for a very short time. I captained the chess team of BCE Bhagalpur to Bhagalpur University. We had quite a lot of games, matches there. I was good in carom, of course. And when I went to IIT Chennai, the team which we were from HAL, and when we went there, we beat the whole IIT team there. We won the singles and the doubles match there. Badminton was good. When I was in HAL, we had internal, we had a group of management trainees. We had our own internal matches at the competition. I could, because of my experience here in Bhagalpur College of Engineering, I was the champion there. So there are many games which I carried forward. I tried my hands in volleyball and broke my finger in HAL. So I stopped playing that also. I understood that I am not an outdoor games man. I better should stick to my indoor games. That I still carry. And today also in my society, I am conducting a tournament on the carom, chess, and other games. I represented I didn't go to the university level in PT, but I was also there. But Bhagalpur College of Engineering had very good players of cricket, badminton. They were ironers. I was also I also joined NCC. I got my C certificate. Was selected to go for SSB, but somehow at that point in time parents were not very keen that people should join, child should join army or so. So I was not allowed to go there. But I got a selection for going for an SSB. I was an NCC. Yeah,
So, as you mentioned before, the college environment. So, I am very curious to know that how did friends contribute to your college experience?
how did?
Friends contribute to your college experience?
Oh, yeah, this is very apt question, because when you are reaching a point where you are going to get into the professional career, this is the last stage, almost like last stage of your life, where you're free with all the burdens and you're there to only take the education. You're focusing on studies and you're focusing on all other activities, not worrying about the how to earn your make your earnings, how do you make the boss happy, or how do you perform into that. This is where your performance does matter, and in that help the friends do help you a lot. We had a very, I would say, compact group. Many of us have now got disconnected, but we had a very compact group. And then looking at the behavior, one thing which I learned from there is that you have to very carefully watch and listen to what others are saying. In an organization, it is also true. When you are basically joining an organization, you are supposed to speak more. But as you grow higher and higher, the part of talking becomes less, and your ability to listen and understand and comprehend and take a decision based on that becomes. So when you are in a group of equals, the friends are equal, they have their own characteristics. You have to adjust. So the another learning is that in an environment which is different from your house, you have to learn how to accommodate, how to adjust to the other person's requirement, and how to lead that environment, make that environment favorable to you. You want a decision to be coming out of your friend circle. Now it is your tactical strategy that how do you make them to get convinced, not by directly asking them, but indirectly, subtly suggesting that, okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we go like this? So this friend circle, it gives you an opportunity to develop this sort of soft skill, which are very helpful in your life in the organization. We had a very good friend circle. Many of us have got disconnected, but still I lounge to be with them. Somehow we get some of them through the WhatsApp and other group, but still very fond memories of that.
Sir, as you talked about being punctual, so what all skills do you think are necessary for our young generation who wants to join the defense sector?
See, defense sector is very vast. When you look at the defense service industry, or when you look at the armed forces, there are these two are totally different approach. When you look at the armed forces, all these characteristics of being the punctuality and discipline are the foremost. Apart from that, your physical fitness, which is very much there, because you are into very tough situation. You can't relax. You have to be always vigilant. You have to be talking about how do we challenge the other side. That's a different challenge. But at the same time, you are not bothered about the cost. At whatever cost, if you have to do this job, you have to do it. So let's take an example that if the Kargil war was there, whether we capture that Tiger Hill at the cost of 20 soldiers or at the cost of 400 soldiers. It does not matter. You have to capture whatever money has to be spent, whether it has to be Mirage has to be used for pumping that, whether some other aircraft has to be used. You have to use it because it's the nation which comes first, not the cost. But when you are into the industry part, you have to have these characteristics, of course, apart from the physical is not much. Of course, the younger generation today puts a lot of emphasis on the physical fitness. All of you must be going to gym and doing all these things. I understand that. But the organization does not demand. But the cost becomes one of the driving factors. So whatever you do the activity there, cost comes into picture. Because organization has to make profit. It is surviving because of the profit. So any activity or all the activities which do not result into profit are called non-value added activities. And the organization looks at those activities as a waste. So the cost becomes another factor which is not there into the defense services when I'm looking at the armed forces. That is how it is driven. But at the same time, you have to also see the time requirement. Because if the armed forces need something today, being into the defense support system, you can't deliver it after 5 years. That is how you have to match the requirement of the armed forces vis-a-vis your industry requirement. You know that something cannot be done in a jiffy. Like if I have to produce an aircraft, and if an aircraft takes 36 months to produce from raw material, 36 months, please note, it takes 36 months to produce an aircraft from raw material. You can't ask me to deliver it tomorrow. Okay. So how do you manage that? That balance has to be done. You can cut down 36 months to probably 33 months, but difficult to make it tomorrow. That is how it goes. So the requirements are slightly different. The quality, the parameters, the characteristics are different. Okay.
Sir, I am eager to know, sir, how it feels to be the part of first batch of University of Lucknow.
Uh, okay. That's another story because at that point in time, I was basically the phases come in industry. I would put it this way. Today is the phase of IoT, industry 2.0 or 4.0, whatever you call. Those days were the phase of quality. Everybody was talking about quality, and new gurus, they were there. And all the industries were looking at how to cut down onto the waste and how to improve the customer satisfaction. Of course, nothing is better than quality. Quality is the ultimate. So we were all being said that, okay, you need to do some sort of take some course onto the quality management. And I was one of those people who was selected to join a program which was conducted by Indian Statistical Institute under the guidance of Lucknow University. So we were doing that, and I got into Lucknow University only for that particular subject. So I did my postgraduate diploma in quality management from Lucknow.
Sir, did living in the city of Nawaz ignite your interest in poetry?
No, I am not. I'm more of a rough cut man. I would say that I'm more of a practical man. You ask me the practical, physical, practical, and I try to put everything into. I try to put everything into logic. That's another disadvantage for me. That's a big disadvantage because everything does not follow logic. In life, everything is not logical. Sometimes you have to go beyond logic and see it from a different perspective.
Sir, my question is little bit into geopolitical sector. Sir, as you were also a member of HAL, so what are your views on India's step to develop and export Indian-made defense equipments?
We we are very much in that position that we can do a lot of export. This is a very general statement. But then you have to categorize the products. Now look at BrahMos missile, right? If I export BrahMos missile to, let's say, Bangladesh or Pakistan, where does it get used? He's not going to use it against America, isn't it? So when you look at the export of defense product, you have to be careful about its use. Number two, when you look at the products which are land-based, sea-based, and the air-based, when you look at the aircraft fleet, I can't sustain one aircraft. Let's say I export one aircraft to Mauritius, or for that matter to Nepal. Now, each aircraft requires a sort of support. Probably the cost of the aircraft will become very less in comparison of the support cost. So you have to give a number of aircraft. So probably a squadron, which is 18 aircraft, or probably a few number of aircraft with a support package. Sometimes it becomes a binding on your, it becomes a controlling factor on your export. We had exported some items to Chile. In fact, these were helicopters which we exported, 4 or 5 of them. Couldn't be supported from India. Now the question is that if you are not able to support from India, the result would be that they would ask you to put the production unit there, the support system there. Are you in a mood, or is the government permitting you to divulge your technology and everything to another country, exposing your whole security system? Because along with the advantage, the flaws also go there, isn't it? So whether you are able to do that in case of the land and sea, it is difficult. But in case of a air and sea, it is difficult. But in case of a land system, it is very much possible. I put a radar, I put gun, I give the vehicles, I give the battlefield vehicles. It can be used anywhere. It is just not simply going to fly from Iran, let's say Iran, or let's say some other country, Iraq, to my country. It has to travel by road. So there is a high potential of export of the land-based systems, limited potential for the air-based system, and I would say almost similar potential for the sea-based system. But land-based systems are again in comparison of the sea-based or the air-based system. The technological requirements are graded like that, right? So on the top sits the air-based system.
Sir, I just wanted to know how was it to be an engineer in those times? Like nowadays, engineering is like a saturated field, but I want to know that what was the situation at that time? And now there is so much competition for IITs and NITs among the students. So what was the situation at that time?
Oh, I mean, you would be very, you would, I would say that very much surprised to note at that point in time. Many of us, we didn't prefer IIT. Okay. You may ask that question, why? The answer is that IIT was a 5-year course and BC was offering a 4-year course. So you were looking at that whether I should go for IIT or whether I should go for a 4-year course in BCE Bhagalpur. I never appeared for IIT examination because I thought that 4-year course will give me the job first. Second point which you asked, that job situation, it was always difficult at that time because if you have a tag of civil engineer, you will never lead your life into mechanical engineering field. Today it is not the situation. Today a person with a civil engineering degree works into mechanical engineering. I have many examples. Many of my colleagues with a civil engineering background have been doing a lot into production engineering. So today that situation, the overlapping of your basic stream is so much that the job opportunities are more. I remember that my batch, when it passed out, the civil engineering batch, they had only one or two options, either appear for Coal India Limited or to appear for probably SAIL. These were the only two options were available, because at that point of time, Bihar was not having many open job opportunities, the state government. So these people used to appear, and one or two of them only will get the job into Coal India Limited or SAIL. Rest will remain unemployed for a period of time. So that job opportunity was very much restricted at that point of time. But today's situation, it is so vast that you can do any engineering stream, and you can go switch over to any other engineering stream, including the IT, because IT is not an uncommon stream today. You may not be, as a mechanical engineer, you may not be knowing exactly about the Java and ADA and other languages, may not be. But what they also look at it, your capability to lead a team, be a part of the team, and how do you get merged with the team. What are your soft skill qualities matter more than what are your technical skills. So the job opportunities, in my opinion, today these are better. In our days, it was very, very different.
Yes, sir. But can I know? I want to know that what was the situation in terms of reputation? Like, what was the mindset of student that they want to get a better college or like that?
Yeah, I understand that question. These days, it was a very, we were very, we are from a very orthodox generation, I would say. You please pardon me for saying that. Now, at this age of 64, the you can think about the generation which was there and our days. There are so many constraints. My rank into Bihar engineering competition was 66. I could have gone to Sindri, I could have gone to Muzaffarpur, I could have gone to Patna, or I could have gone to any of these. There were only five, I think five colleges or four colleges only, engineering colleges of Bihar, government engineering colleges. There were no private engineering colleges at that point in time. So I had an option to go anywhere. But the constraint which came, that family does not want you to leave for Sindri, neither to Muzaffarpur. So you have to be there because Bhagalpur is next door. Sometimes it is not the reputation. I know that everybody knew that Sindri is a very good college and you could have stayed and got a better, because it was never in the mind of people that there is something called campus selection. At that point of time, everybody knew that you have to actually go through a sort of competitive examination, prove your uh, worth, go through the group discussion, interview, and finally you get selected. It was never the campus selection which was there in the mind of the parents. So it was more of a uh, decision that where the child, whether he is visible to us, what he does. Many of the people, they didn't want to send their child to IITs because IITs had a very bad reputation of use of drugs. I don't know what is the situation, but it was seen that many of the IITians had got influenced by the use of drugs, and it was their career completely got ruined. So parents heard about it. They never wanted you to give you let you out of their sight. That was thing.
So, as you shared your all achievements now, or we all know that your achievements throughout your life, which required consistency. What are the factors that played vital role for being consistent?
What are the, again, repeat the question, please.
What are the factors that played vital role for being consistent?
In the life, when you try to become consistent, the first one is the patience. You have to pass through many situations which are not very good at times. At that point of time, what comes out the person who has got the patience comes out as a winner. And probably people are watching you and seeing your reaction. So most important factor is the patience. And second important factor is your capability to handle a situation and your knowledge.
Actually, sir, I am also impatient little. I get bored things easily. That's why I asked you this question. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I want to know today the male to female ratio is in engineering college day by day increasing. I am curious to know about what was the condition at your time.
Oh, we were very unfortunate to have none of these privileges. Our batch, there was no girl student, and that is why most of my uh, hostel batchmates or the whole of the people who were residing in hostel, they used to go to city. The bus will go and they will sit on the top of the bus, and whenever they will pass Sundarvati Mahila College, they will make a lot of show, and that is how it used to be. Unfortunately, there was no girl student in our days.
Okay, sir. As I saw your profile, sir, you have done your BTech in mechanical, MTech in aeronautics. Then after you went to University of Lucknow for PG. So, sir, was it randomly happening or choosing by you according to your career strategy?
So when I was in my final year, we had we used to appear for all these competitive examination either mostly in Calcutta, and all these examinations I got selected. I got I also appeared. Mine was the first batch of GATE. I also appeared for GATE and got a very good GATE score. I think it was supposed to be good at that point time. Some 83.5 or 87, something like that. I got it percentile score, which was supposed to be very good, which was giving me admission into any of these IITs to the subject of my choice. The first offer came from HAL. Okay, then subsequently followed by BHEL, BEL, and other people, and BAML all came. One of the thing which was uh, enticing me towards HL was that it was offering an MTech along with the job, on the job MTech. Although it was a full-time course in IIT Chennai, it was being done through HL, and the advantage was that you are getting paid stipend. You don't have to pay anything to the college or IIT for your admission, for your hospital, nothing. And apart from that, you get a stipend. As soon as I went to the principal, Professor Ramachandran, he was from Tamil Nadu, I think Coimbatore or something. He said, Shekhar, don't go and join HL. I said, why, sir? You don't know, HL is not a very big organization. It does not have, nobody knows about HL. Why do you want to go there? I'll offer you a job here itself. You stay with us. We will ask you to get into the teaching as a teaching faculty. And I know I have seen your capability, you do that. But since I had made up my mind to do my MTech, I thought it's a good opportunity where I'm getting it through HL without any expenditure or anything. And I'm getting the job also, which is an assured job. So that is how I went into the IIT Chennai mode, did my MTech there. It was, of course, a full-time course. And as I told earlier, that Lucknow University PG diploma was sponsored by HAL because of the quality environment at those days. And they wanted some few experts to be there available into the organization that they should lead the quality movement. So I was the one which drafted the quality manual, got the ISO certificate for in HAL Lucknow region. I was in the core team. So that is how I got into the postgraduate diploma in quality. Probably it was destiny.
Sir, as you talked about different branches, so do you think after reaching a specific job position, branch matters?
No, it does not. It does not. Nowadays, it does not matter even in the beginning also, particularly in IT sector. In the last session which I had with BCE students somewhere February or probably April, no, probably February. I told very clearly that now I'm seeing that the BSc agriculture is doing very well in Wipro. They're joining Infosys, Wipro, and they're being taken over, and they're doing the job of an IT professional. So the branch, not even engineering, nothing matters today. It is your soft skill and it is your capability to handle the situation, your inherent capabilities which come out. But the engineers have got a biggest advantage that you are taught how to be logical, how to test everything, putting them to the test onto the principles which you have learned and find out the best solution. So there we have the advantage. We all engineers have that advantage with us.
Sir, as we know, a new engineering domain is gaining its popularity, that is AI. What do you think of the current scenario where AI is coming up both as an achievement as well as a flaw?
Uh, See, AI is a tool. AI is a tool. बिहार क्या हिंदी में there is a कहावत कि बंदर के हाथ में छुरी. No, it is not the mistake of छुरी. Correct. It is a tool which you have to use it, and it actually helps. It has got its own flaws, but it is for us to minimize that flaw and use it. Like there are many situations where you want very quick decision. A human mind is capable of performing the operations million times of an AI or a robo or a computer. Many million times. Today it is said that whatever we have achieved into robot and AI is not even 1 millionth part of the human brain, right? But there is much faster in a specific operation. Like if you ask a computer to do calculation, it is much faster. But when you ask the same computer to think about that today you are there in Patna, it will not be able to think. And you will be there in Patna and you will know that where is the boring road and where is that Patliputra colony. You will know, but computer will not know. So computer will perform one specific operation. Similar is the case with AI. AI is being built to handle a particular situation and help you human beings to improve their efficiency, which is very much required. But at the same time, it has got its own disadvantage, like what we are seeing into deep fake videos and other things where people are using it for frauds and all that. It can be used, but it is again the person who has got the churi in his hand is responsible, not the churi. Okay.
So, what is your opinion about GATE exam? How important it is in engineering field? If a student wants to go to UPSC, CDS, or other field, should we still give a GATE exam? Should we also prepare for placement session in case of failure in those exams?
In my days, I will only talk about from my experience. In my days, it was one of those. It was just introduced. I probably was the first batch to appear for the GATE. It was just introduced, and we took it as a sort of challenge or a prestige. Let us appear for it. I filled up the form for UPSC, but I didn't appear for IS because at that point in time, again, I said the mindset was that it is only those people who have not been able to clear maths and biology are going into the IS. So I didn't go for that. But nowadays, I see that IS is a very challenging field. It gives you opportunity to serve the society directly. Directly. When I say the engineer is doing it indirectly, but IS is giving you the opportunity. UPSC examination is giving you opportunity to directly give your services to the society. And if you are true to your job, if you are upright, and if you are not bothered about that, what that chota neta or that person says, no. In today is the biggest challenge, which in my opinion IS faces, is that I will be transferred. So what if you are transferred? How can you compromise with your moral values? How can you compromise with your ethics? If you leave that behind, probably the IAS is the biggest server to the society. They will think about the country, they will think about the society, and they will do the job which is right. It has challenges, what I said earlier. People have to be upright. Most of the people who are even coming from the uh, different class, lower, I would say that the unprivileged class, even when they join IAS, probably they move towards that appeasement, getting into the mode of listening to unreasonable demand. If you are, if the IAS is able to do the job upright, I think IAS is a very good stream, and there is no harm as an engineering uh, student for me suggesting that more and more engineers should go into IAS and practice it with the complete passion towards service to the society, not as a way to serve the netas.
Sir, as I'm curious about startups and new ideas, nowadays government is paying more emphasis on startups and new ideas. What would be your suggestion for the students, and how does the college play the role in this?
I think it's a very interesting field. The startups are a very interesting field. It, we could never imagine that the younger generation can come up with so many ideas, new ideas of business, and we are seeing the result. These businesses are not failing. These are really sustainable business with the crazy ideas, I would say. I mean, who would say that you would be able to book an auto rickshaw with an app? Who would say that you will be making payment not through the bank, through the wallets, another way? I mean, there are many ways. Who will be thinking that, okay, even in this small town, you will get the item of your choice at just click of a button? So these are the very good, I would say that is a very challenging and very interesting field. And startups are being supported by this government, and it will be supported by all future government because it's an integral part of the growth of the economy. So if all of you, if any one of you has got a brilliant idea, don't hesitate to pursue that. Whatever, however crazy it may be, please think about it. Go into that mode. And apart from that, it gives you being your own boss. You don't have to say yes, sir, yes, ma'am to anybody. It is your choice. It is your business. You are the boss. Go ahead and do it.
Sir, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied were you with our overall college experience?
College experience was very good for me. Two reasons. One is that being a day scholar, I never faced the challenge of the. I never became a part of any group. I always had my own standalone identity. I mean, staying with the group, staying with your own batchmates, that was another experience where you learn to accommodate, get accustomed to the different situation, how to accommodate others. You stay in a room with probably two people, probably three people sometimes. So you have to adjust to their own ways. Sometimes you have to force your way, sometimes you have to get forced. All these things are very good experience, which only the college gives you.
Sir, based on what we know now, beside academics, we have many career options like content creation and other things. So, sir,
Yeah,
would you choose the same career path as before?
I would do that because I'm committed to mechanical engineering, and I feel that probably the design part which was left out, given a chance, I would like to restart from design.
Sir, as we got to know how much experience you have gained and in your life, how many society mindset obstacles you have faced in your journey. So I want to know that in these many years of work life journey, do you think have you achieved the success or what does success mean to you?
Uh, Difficult question to answer. I was asked this question when I was to the lower management that he said, my boss was, Shekhar, what do you want to be in your life? Now that created a sort of, it's a very thought-provoking question. What do you want to be remembered as? If I want to be remembered as one of these very knowledgeable, reputed engineer, I have failed because I have not put my engineering knowledge as in use. So if that was my, I said, I would like to be remembered as a very knowledgeable professional engineer, which I have not been able to achieve. But if somebody asks me that, are you happy that you have been part or you have led the organization to successful implementation of the project and give that reputation, build a reputation for the organization. In fact, all these days, whenever our organization was in crisis, they will call me and they will say that, okay, you go and represent us. Whether it is Raksha Mantri or whether it is Finance Minister or whether it is something, if there is a crisis, they will put me there. So if I say that, if I look at my capability of handling a situation and salvaging it, I see that as a success. So engineering career, probably pure engineering, no. As a, in general, as a management professional, yes.
Sir, the definition of success which you gave is really inspiring for us freshers. Like you said that engineering no and the management part yes. So this was really inspiring for us. And the one punchline which I think that we all are going to get back with this is that it is the performance and merit that matters, which you said earlier part of the session. So I think this is the punchline which I am personally very inspired and going to take back this.
Yeah, I would add to that because sometimes you will feel that you are being marginalized and you will get an impression that it is because of a group or a sort of pressure group into the peer group or pressure group within your organization. It really does not matter. It will be momentarily. You will find that, okay, somebody has been recognized for the job. I still remember that my chairman, when one of my chairmen, I worked under many chairmen, he came recently and met me. I was standing there. He said, Shekhar, you have not left your habit of standing in the background. That means he knew that for all the successes which I have not claimed, I was in the background. But he knew that I have never come and claimed that. But I am very happy that he knows that I was the basic in the background. So what I'm saying is that it is not, you will feel temporarily at that point of time that probably you are being marginalized or something like that. But please believe me, the management or the people who are observing, they will never miss performance.
Okay, sir. All our doubts and questions have been answered. So just a last question. We want to know a message you want to give for the BCNs.
I would like to give a few, I would say few lines. Number one is that, which I have spoken earlier, that come out of the groupism and the caste and the religion and the region. It is not going to help you. Number one. Number two, believe in yourself. Believe, make yourself noticeable through your performance and merit. We would also say that when you are deciding about your career, please decide it, because not everybody is fit for everything. It is not that if a person is thrown into water, he will learn swimming. It is said that, but it is not true always. So decide whether you are fit for swimming or not. Take a plunge accordingly. So if your mindset, your whole, I would say that characteristic says that you are not made for blue collar job or blue and white collar job, decide early, shape your career from the first year. I was very happy that the first year, second year, and third year students are there. Was this the right time that you should shape your career now? Decide about it. Decide about it, like which way you want to go, and make a serious effort. Serious effort. Don't leave any stone unturned. Get the knowledge from wherever it is, but please pursue that line and be successful.
Okay, sir, you have cleared all our doubts and we have asked a lot of questions. So, do you want to know anything from your side? From like, do you want to ask anything?
Not exactly, because I'm interacting with you people for the first time. So I just had in my mind that uh, how is the technical input? Now, are you people getting the latest information? And if you are getting, from what source you are getting the latest information on technical knowledge? How you people are getting it?
Sir, like we are in the first year, so we have to mostly study of the whole branches subject like engineering, mathematics, drawing, etc. So we are not into the specific branches. So, but the AI thing which you said, teachers regularly discuss about it, that how is going to come and how it is going to change us. Like in the PPS, where we have to learn coding, etc. So this is the thing which college is providing and giving us information about it.
So
And
no, the other speaker. Let me just add one more advice to you people, which I think Shakshi asked. That my advice would be to be more inquisitive. More inquisitive. Ask the question. Try to find out that what makes an aircraft fly. Be more inquisitive.
Yes, sir. So, let's proceed towards the end. On behalf of BCE Bhagalpur and Campus Student Radio Club, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude for taking the time from your busy schedule to join us today for our online alumni meet. Your insights, experiences, and memories have truly enriched our gathering and inspired us to continue fostering connections within our alumni community. Your valuable contribution has not only made this event memorable, but has also reinforced the bond that unites us as alumni of BCE Bhagalpur. We are grateful for your willingness to share your journey, wisdom, and advice with us. Remember, our story doesn't end here. It's an ongoing saga, a symphony of achievements, setbacks, and triumphs. Once again, thank you so much for your participation and for being an integral part of our alumni meet. We hope to have the pleasure of welcoming you back in future events.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening to me and my experiences, which are mostly personal, but sometimes it is also in general. But thank you very much for all of you to give me a chance to talk to the freshers and second year and third year. It was always my wish.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.